Hello dear users, we are Global Football YouTube channel team. In this video we're gonna talk about the Senegal's national team. Stay with us. Introduction. For most of its history, the Senegal national team struggled to escape the shadow of its West African rivals, such as Ghana and Nigeria. Since the turn of the century, however, they've been one of the most consistent sides on the continent. They've reached the quarterfinals of the World Cup. In the Cup of Nations, they finished as runner-up twice and claimed 3 more top 4 finishes before winning their first title in the 2021. Their nickname is Lions of Tranga. The Senegalese Football Federation was founded in 1960, a few months after Senegal gained its independence from France. In its first official match against Dahomey, the Lions lost the game by the point 2-3. By 1963, Senegal was an approved member of both FIFA and CAF. In their first AFCON appearance, they finished second in their group and lost 0-1 to Ivory Coast in the third place match. 3 years later, they failed to advance from the group stage. During the following 2 decades, Senegal qualified for just one major tournament. After making out of their group with 1 victory and 2 draws, they lost to Algeria in the semi-finals and Zambia in the third place match. At the following 2 tournaments, they made it to the quarter-final before getting knocked out by Cameroon and Zambia, respectively. Since 2000, Senegal established itself as a new power in West Africa. From 2000 to 2006, they made it to the quarterfinals at each one of the 4 Africa Cup of Nations tournaments they played. Their best finish to date was second place at 2002 Africa Cup of Nations. Later that year, Senegal made its World Cup debut. In the round of 16, they became the second Africa team to reach the quarterfinals by beating Sweden 2-1 in extra time. Their run ended in quarterfinals, as Senegal was unable to score against a strong Turkish defense. Following this promising appearance, Senegal continued to be competitive as Africa Cup of Nations tournament. However, they were unable to advance from the group stage until 2017, when they reached the quarterfinals. With Cameroon as their opponents, history repeated itself, and Senegal ended up losing in a penalty shootout again. In 2018, a squad led by Sadio Mane made it to the World Cup. This was followed by a 2-2 draw with Japan and a minimal loss to Colombia, which left Senegal and Japan even at 4 points and with identical goal differences. This led to the first use of the fair play rule at the World Cup. Under manager Aliou Cissé, Senegal made a strong run at 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. They defeated each opponent they came across throughout the tournament, with one exception, Algeria. In both their group match and the eventual final, Senegal lost to Algeria 0-1. Senegal has played in 16 editions of the Africa Cup of Nations. Historically, Senegal was seen as a weaker side in the strong West African region. Senegal remained under the shadow of much more successful West African giants like Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and Ghana for the majority of the 20th century. In the 2000s, Senegal began to surge and became a more competitive opponent in the Africa Cup of Nations. Following a successful FIFA World Cup debut in 2002, in which the side reached the quarterfinals, Senegal officially established itself as a new powerhouse in Africa. The 2002 Africa Cup of Nations tournament marked the best result in Senegalese football history, with the team failing to Cameroon on penalties after a goalless draw in the final. Senegal once again finished as runner-up in 2019, losing the final to Algeria. The nation finally won its first Africa Cup of Nations title in 2021, defeating Egypt on penalties in the final. The video is ended. Thanks for your dedication. If you like the video, press the like button, leave a comment and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot.